Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see another fast formula case, and we are going to calculate the city allowance formula. So let's move ahead and see our requirements. Our requirement is based on some conditions, which says the first condition says we need to calculate if the salary of a person is more than 10,000, then then he is going to receive 2% of the gross salary as city allowance. And if the salary ranges between 10,000 to 40,000, then he will receive 3% of the gross salary. And if the salary is more than 40,000, then he will receive 5% of the gross salary as city allowance. Uh, then the inputs we are going to take is we are going to create two elements over here. One is for the gross, and second is for the city allowance. We'll apply a formula over city allowance element. This is the input value from city allowance element, and DPI we are going to take amount from the gross salary element. So uh, we are going to uh, use a DBI to use the value of amount from the gross salary element. And then we are going to return the p value as the return variable. Uh, Let me come over here. And so here is an example. So let's say there is a person named Perry Rosado, and he is receiving 10,000 as the gross salary of the person is 10,000. So he will get 2% of the city allowance, and the payable amount will be 200. And the second person is Phillips, and he's receiving 15,000 as gross salary. So he will get 3% of city allowance, and payable amount will be 450. And the third person is Brian, and he's receiving 50,000 gross salary. So he will receive 5% of the gross gross salary. So the calculated amount, or let's say payable amount, will be 2500. Uh, let's move to our instance. Okay, before that, uh, let me show you the formula. So here is a formula which I have wrote. So we have taken value from gross element, and here we are using actually I need to remove this. So here we are using a pay value input value from the uh, city allowance element, and here we have taken effective date, and okay, this should be okay. So here we have taken effective date, and we are going to change the earn date. uh, okay, so and here's the condition which says gross US value is less than equal to 10,000, then he is receiving 2%. If the gross pay value is greater than 10,000, and if the gross pay value is less than equal to 40,000, then he will receive 3%. If the gross pay value is more than 40,000, then he will receive 5% of the gross pay value. And finally, we are going to return the pay value. So let's move to our instance. So here we are going to my clients, then compensation. And if we scroll down, you can see fast formula. So I'll click on fast formula. I'll click on create. I'll provide the name, which is city allowance. uh, calculation. Type we are going to take is element input validation, and legislative data group we are going to choose as US. Effective date 1101. Click on continue. Uh, let's copy our formula and let's just paste over here. I click on save. Okay, says the formula already existed. So, okay, so the formula is already there. Okay, so I have already created the formula. So let's just compile it again. Okay. So let's go to our element. Before that, I'll show you what all elements I have created. So we'll scroll down to elements. The first element which I have created is cross US, and the legislative data group is US. So this is the first element, and the element classification name is standard earning, or primary classification is standard earning. And the second element is city allowance, and same legislative data group. And the element classification name is supplemental earning. Okay, so let me open this element, and here you can see the input values. So I'm going to attach the formula at the input element level. So I'll click, let me first change the date. Okay, so now I'll click on update. If you scroll down, here you can see default entry values and validation, and under that you can see is calculation formula. So I'll click on that, and here you can see our formula which says city allowance calculation. So I'll click on that, and I'll click on save, and I'll click on submit. Now our formula has been attached to our elements. So let's come back and attach this to a person. So I'll come back to homepage, and then my client group, add person management. So let me search for the person, and I'll click on action, payroll, element entries. Okay, so let us check the first value, which is 10,000. So I'll attach the gross US element. Uh, Click on continue, and let's provide the pay value as 10,000, and I'll click on save, and done. Let's attach our second element, which is city allowance, and I'll click on continue. So I'm not going to provide anything over here, as the formula will calculate the value itself. So I'll click on save, and you can see for the first condition, uh, let me bring the Excel. Oh, okay. So you can see our values are matching. The 10,000, the payable amount is 200. Let's check our second condition. I'll click on done. I'll click on gross and I'll edit the pay value. So our second value is for 15,000. Okay, yeah, 15,000. So I'll click on save and done. Let me open city allowance and let's try to save it. Okay, okay. Let me delete the element and we'll reattach. So city and continue. Let's just save the formula element. So we are getting p value as 450, which we were expecting. So here you can see 450. Let's try our last value. So let me change, delete this element. Okay. So let me open and provide it 50,000. I'll click on save and done. Let's attach our element city allowance. City allowance. I'll click on continue and let's just save the element and okay. So we are getting 2500. So we are getting our desired output as well. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in our next video with some new cases. Thank you.